every house or like, family gathering, fool. Like your family's gonna fight,
Say that's normal
Mexicans
business.
fighting each other.
I
No
used to follow
business.
that. I used to follow that page, Fools Going Wild, and they had the.
Oh, you used to? How
Yeah,
come you don't know more, fool?
cause
Let me
Yeah.
check
my
your socks.
page
You know
got
what?
my
Let me
page.
Yeah.
check your socks, fool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Let
what
me
I
do a
was gonna
sock
say.
check,
The
fool.
I
taller
don't
the
got. I don't
socks,
got.
the
I
Let
down
don't
me
the
got no
sock
pool,
check,
socks.
bro.
fool.
Come on,
Old
man.
man
My
80s got
socks,
them
these
on.
That
tall.
sock check, fool.
Yeah.
Old man 80s got them on though. You know, old man 80s got them on. But yo, boom, I don't got no socks on right now, yo. I don't got no
I
socks
got
on.
I got I got them high socks
Oh, hold
on.
on. Damn,
You
man.
got, you
Both of
got, you
y'all
got
got
high
Yeah.
socks.
Look, I got them high socks on, son.
Okay.
I yo,
Hey,
Yes,
usually I do
man.
have
that's
the
my
high socks
G.
on.
See that one
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah,
Well,
man, I'm sitting here barefoot Frank right now, man. This is
yeah.
Hey, it's
crazy,
all
man.
good. It's all
I'm at
good.
the
Yeah,
crib,
me
man.
too. Me too.
I didn't know I was gonna have a Cora check. I
Sock
didn't know I
check,
was gonna
homie.
have the
Sock check,
goddamn
dog.
sock check today. My fault, man. But
I was
please believe
prepared.
it.
I was
Please believe it.
prepared.
They're
Hell yeah.
tall. They
Hell yeah.
tall,
That's a
man.
fact.
Word up, word up. Well, I'm gonna make a couple announcements real quick before we get started, man. We got a real special guest on here, but I would be really, I don't know the correct term. The great Dallas Penn has passed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If y'all are familiar with the
R.I.P.
Comeback Jack show, yeah, he's a real good guy. We had a lot of good conversations. I know he had a battle with diabetes. Yeah, but that's a real good guy, and the guy in our culture that was in our culture in a lot of different spaces, but he passed. Rest in peace to Uncle Sneaker. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace,
Uncle
man. Rest in
Sneaker.
peace. I
You know
heard
what I'm
about
saying?
that. I heard about that. I seen that shit
Yeah,
all over
man.
Twitter, man. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but we live on for the people that love us and our children. I know you a dad. Primo a
Yes,
jab
sir. Yes,
is a
sir.
dad. You know, Carl got dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Word.
Animal
It's the same
pets,
thing. I had a puppy.
animal
I had a
babies,
puppy.
they
That
count
yeah.
too. They count too. You know
They
what I mean?
really do. Sometimes they're better than humans.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
Real
That's
shit.
what they say.
I know. Yeah. Wait till my daughter get on the tablet. Anyway, shout out to Ron Puma for the hoodie. Carl, how are you doing?
I'm great, and shout out to Mondo Slade. Got a brand new album coming out, and I believe he's the first male rapper to have all female features on an album.
That's a
That's fire. That's fire.
hellified
I fuck
statement,
with
man. I
Mondo
love it.
Slade.
Yeah,
What's up?
representing for some
Fire.
ladies. But She Loves Me Not is coming out soon, so I figured I'd rep a
Yeah,
little
shout out to
Mondo
Mondo.
Slade merch.
Fire.
Indeed.
Fire.
Primo Jab, how are you?
Man, I'm all right. I'm all right, man. Chilling, man.
Yeah.
You
What
know.
rap merch you got on, man? You got no rap merch on?
Yeah, kind of do. I got on this wild ass Griselda Mike Jordan shirt,
That's crazy. That's fire.
because it's the playoffs, man, and I'm celebrating
Yeah.
over here, man. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm not gonna talk too much shit. It's the playoffs, NBA
I don't
playoffs,
want to
baby.
talk. I don't want to talk about it. But my brother XP, you know what I'm saying, from Los Angeles is in the building
Yeah,
with a Dodgers hat on. It's
the
baseball
corduroy
season.
joint, the
Los
corduroy
Angeles,
joint.
that shit is fresh as fuck, my dude.
You
Thank you,
know,
brother. I
Word.
appreciate
I don't even
that. I
fuck with the
appreciate
Dodgers. I might wear that shit, my dude. Word. Yeah.
that.
Word.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
bro.
That's your sport though.
But
That you like.
yeah. I mean, honestly, bro, like I used to be crazy heavy into sports, bro. But once like just the team players, man, that once played for the teams. I guess I'm more of like I like the players that played for the teams over the whole squad. So I think like when Kobe passed, like low key, I don't watch the Lakers no more, bro. Like I used to like Green Bay because the team that we grew up in, the city that we grew up in out here is called Gardena, so we rep the G
oh
and shit.
shit,
Gardena
yeah.
so it had the same symbol.
Oh shit.
Y'all
Oh, we
green,
fuck
y'all
with
rep that green in
yeah,
Gardena.
yeah,
Yeah,
G, yeah. So like so once Brett Favre left and then he did that wild crazy shit, I'm just kind of like out the game with that one, So it's like, yeah, honestly, man, like I love watching it when I'm there, but I don't keep tabs and like. I don't know, man. I just, the glory is gone from me, I guess, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just
that's
myself.
real.
It happens.
So
Hey,
indeed.
I do rep LA though. That's one thing I do.
There you
Though.
go. The merch. Y'all got one of the best logos. You know what I'm saying? I can't front. uh,
Well,
in
we used to
sports
be the
history.
Brooklyn Dodgers, though, bro. So
Yes, but the L and the A, that shit is hard though, G. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word up,
That
word
that
up.
that,
Yeah,
that shit like the Yankee or even my St. Louis
yeah,
Cardinals. It's like boom, you see that shit, boom, you already know what time it is. Either two things, you from there, or you banging. One of
yeah.
the two things. But I got a question. A Mexican American, you know what I'm saying? Correct?
Facts,
You
facts.
fuck with the footy? You fuck with the footy, any? The football, the soccer?
Oh shit. Actually, I don't, fool. I don't, man. I like that's like, see me. I'm like third generation here, bro. So like, I'm
I
like
was figuring.
Chicano shit. I'm like
Yeah.
Yeah,
essay
Chicano, yeah.
shit.
You a
Like
LA,
Yeah.
you a
we,
LA native, man.
yeah,
You ain't,
well,
yeah.
yeah, like, and there's like, so this is the thing, man. Like, LA does have, or California, the West Coast in general, does have a lot of Mexicans here. But if you're born here and you're like fourth generation here, you
Mhm.
lose your native tongue and you were forced to assimilate. So a lot of my
Mm.
family and like my uncles and shit like that, like they were all like Vietnam veterans and they were all in the service and shit like that. So
Mm.
I'm more of like the Zoot Suit, the low riders, shit like
Mm.
that. The the football, soccer shit's more like Mexicans from Mexico, I
Right.
would say. I mean, I do have homies that watch it that are from here too, but like real talk, like a lot of people will, um, I could speak for a lot of people on this shit. Like a lot of the Mexicans that are from like maybe first generation, maybe second generation here, they tend to watch the soccer and things
Mm.
like more so. You know what I'm saying?
Now, come
But
think
that's
about
just
it, man.
you know,
Yeah. That makes sense. I saw Venezuela play Mexico. I'm a big footy fan. And there was not a
no,
lot of
that's what's up,
youngsters in
bro. That's
there.
what's up.
Yeah, there was not a lot of youngsters in there. It was all like people my age and older in that bitch.
Like that
Rowdy as
you
motherfucker. Yeah.
right. Yeah, man. But honestly, man, like I would love to see a game. Like, like I said, bro, I feel like I'm just too busy trying to
Yeah.
claim this rap shit, bro, and do this hip
Mm-hmm.
hop shit and, be a father and be like that all
Hmm.
the space in my brain is already like filled up to keep track of like who just made the best fucking 100-yard score, who just made this. Like,
I
that's
feel
just me
you.
though, you know what I
Right.
mean? I
Yeah.
just got too much shit going on in my life to be locked in on some shit like that, man. But to
I
each
feel
their
you,
own,
man.
man,
True
Hell
indeed.
yeah.
And you just got back off tour like recently, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the European tour, man. How was that shit, man?
Man, that shit, man, I think every time I head out there, bro, I think the fans show up more, man. And I think like
Yeah.
the tangibility of you just, being there in the flesh and having the merchandise and like you putting on an ill show. Maybe you do a track that they really fuck with out of your catalog and they get to see it live. And like, you really are able to create a foundation, in the flesh, cause a lot of what I see, my demographic, wise, I see a lot of European,
Hmm.
countries listening to my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like,
Mhm.
at some point, when you look at your demographics, you really got to be like, you know what, I got to get my ass out there, and I really got to
Mhm.
see
Absolutely.
who's out there really fucking with me, man. And I was hella surprised many times, man. I was super surprised so many times that, there's individuals that drove fucking 6 hours, bro, just to see me at a show, and I'm like, and they come with the vinyl and they got this, that, I like it. You want to like, and they know shit about you. You're like, this shit is really, really beyond us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We're
sir.
individuals that create the art and we captivate the culture. And I feel like when people grasp onto that and you're there in the flesh, bro, you just give them more of an incentive to support you as an artist because you took the time, homie, to travel fucking miles across the world to see them and give them yourself
Mhm.
in the flesh, bro. So I think, man, like
Yep.
if and when any artist is provided that opportunity, or if you take that opportunity upon yourself to head out there, man, I think that should be something on the bucket list, man, because they want that shit, bro.
Absolutely.
and they want that shit all year round. They want it in the summertime. They want it when fucking it's 0 minus degrees. They want it all year round, bro. You know, so yeah, man, it's always amazing, man. And you know, I've been heading out there since like 2012. So my first time out there was like a few years back, man. But just over the years, you know, like I said, like the more I go out, the more people show up, the more people are, you know, there to greet me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So yeah, G, like I think Europe really supports this underground, you know, boom bap shit that we do, man, in like a really big way, you know. And shout out to the, you know, people, you know, everywhere, you know, the States, Canada, everywhere, man, Japan, whatever, wherever you're at, Asia. But I feel like Europe, man, I feel like they tend to really hold the structures true. I would say, like, in terms of the production that they do and just the lifestyles those fools be living is crazy, bro. You catch an old head, maybe like, you know, 50 years old, and he's still a b-boy, bro, and he's still out at shows, and he's still doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's still rocking the Kango with the fucking yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? With the shout toes and shit, and they out there b-boying, and like the DJ shit is real serious. Like everything is real like culture orientated, man, and they hold standards real high for it, man. And you know, I fuck with that, man. I really do fuck with that. Real talk.
What up? What your favorite spot so far, man? In your almost, oh my God, that's like 12 years of going over to Europe. What's your favorite spot? You know what I'm saying? Over there.
Well, shit, bro. This time I got introduced to Spain and France. Before that, you know, I've been to Italy, I've been to Germany, I've been to Austria.
Denmark.
Yeah, I was just about to say, man, I fuck with Denmark crazy because they have a town in there that is like an open weed market, bro. It's called Christiania, and literally you could walk up to like look it up. So what it was like, you know, built for like World War II, I believe. So it looks like an old army bunker, and it's like fortified. There's like a wall all around it, but I guess since the war didn't really happen, or I guess after it happened, whatever, the government pretty much, you know, abandoned it. And then like in like the 60s or something, bro, like hippies went up in there and they just like made it their own spot, like off the grid, fuck the government. Like the shit is crazy, bro. So they got, so it's like when you walk in there, bro, I'm telling you, bro, when you walk in there, there's this like magical wonderland. Like when you walk up in there, like everybody's chilling, chiefing, everybody having a good time. You like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like it's real hippie-ish. Like you get that like 60s era vibe out that bitch. You know what I mean? So it's real like spiritual. It's real mental. It's real you know, physical too, because when you're there, bro, it's like you feel like the sense of freedom, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit is ill. So I mean, if I would have to say, I'll have to say from the places that I've trekked, I would say Denmark, because they have that one place that I feel is like a wonderland that not too many people have, you know, ventured in there. And you know, there's only a few hip hop artists that have, you know, performed in there, you know, by myself. But bro, it's like when I say these fools are off the grid, they have their own radio, they have their own newspaper, they make their own currency, they make their own houses, they make their own laws, they do their own shit, bro. So like, that's what I'm saying. So like, you get to visualize a world where there isn't a government, and you see how fools is meshing, you see how fools are chilling, you see how fools are just getting busy, just like, you're like, yo, how come everywhere can't be like this, bro? And then look, at put like this, they even got spots, bro, where if you don't have money to pay for your food or your drink, they'll allow you to go in the back, wash some shit, earn your keep, and just walk out that bitch, you know, like on some real, like, earn your keep in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hippie shit, you know what I mean?
I got some bad news, XP. I just Googled this shit. This month, Pusher Street, and it's famous for its open trade of cannabis, which is illegal in Denmark, was shut down.
Hey, well,
that's what it says. With the collaborative effort with the police,
they had a good run.
So we missed it. We missed it.
No, you missed it. He went.
No, I'm not talking about XP.
All of
I'm
us,
talking
yeah.
about us
Yeah, to all
three.
the rest. Man,
Yeah,
he told me a good enough story. He sold me the image. He sold me the dream. I'm cool.
Honestly, I'm gonna look at that and like since I went over there, I'm gonna look at that and be like, hell no, that shit is not gonna stop that quick. You can still get some trees and roll up in there and do the same shit. I'm guarantee you.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
I hope it's not true. Who knows? It might be one of the things where you just stop and then like all of a sudden you just do it again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 12 a.m. We gonna do it again.
Let the heat die down a little bit.
True indeed. Boom. I just was a couple of days ago. You had an interview on CTC, the podcast.
Right.
Over
right.
there.
Yeah.
And I was wondering about your name, man. You know what I'm saying? Boom, you got a real Wu-Tang name. I know you like a Wu-Tang head. And I thought you really made that off the strength of Wu-Tang, but the science behind it was like, don't it sound like a Wu-Tang name? Respect the deck.
Yeah,
XP the Marxman. Buddha
you know
Monk.
what?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just destined like that.
I think like unbeknownst, I think maybe that's what I was going for, you know what I'm saying? But just not knowing, you know, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I am a Wu baby, man, you know what I'm saying? To the max. I feel like
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point, man, I feel like I was really one of the only dudes that I knew, you know, personally out here that was listening to Wu-Tang at one point. But hey, man, I think, I was a sponge, bro, and I soaked up game, you know, so that's just how that shit, that's just how that shit runs, man. But man, I think there really wasn't method to the madness. It was just kind of like the Marxman, you know what I'm saying? It's just always on point, accurate, always going to hit the target, you know what I mean? So
bang, bang.
More so like that, you know what I mean? And then everything else just, kind of manifested itself after that shit, you know what I mean?
True indeed. I was always wondering like how, because that's one of the questions I was going to ask. I'm glad I watched that interview, so I want to ask a question again.
No doubt.
I hate doing that shit, yo. Yeah. That's pretty dope, man.
Nah, hey, man, like, I really want to say, like, I appreciate, podcasts like, such as yourselves and shit, man, like, that supply the platform for artists like us, because we don't get, like, underground hip-hop awards, and we don't get, like, this shit like, hey, man, XP, like, you done killed it all year. Yo, you doing shit that other fools ain't really doing. I want to give you some props on that. Like, and like, I don't know what it is, if it's like a pride thing or what it is, because, I know Primo's out here shooting too, bro. And like, he could be on his own thing too, man. But this is what it is. It's like unity, at its finest, man. It's like when people, take the time to say, hey, man, like, what's your story? Why are you shooting out here? Like, how come I've been seeing you? Like, what is it? And I just wanted to, take the time, man, to say, I appreciate y'all for that shit, man. You know what I mean? What's up?
Yeah, we appreciate you. Without rappers like you and like MCs and artists, we gotta say our artists as well. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no show. Like dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't trying to hold the interview, guys. My bad. Go ahead. My bad. Yeah, my bad, guys.
You're good.
I know other people want to ask questions.
So it's interesting that you are a Wu head, but I've lived on the West Coast and I know how heavy the West Coast rap scene is.
Right.
Was it something that, you kind of in that just found something from the East Coast that you really clung to? Or like how did you, when you were coming up, what kind of music, like what direction were you kind of listening?
Well, I grew up in the era where like hip hop was hip hop, bro. Like you had East Coast and West Coast.
Say that.
Like, like I would say Cash Money and like shit like 3-6 Mafia, Underground Kings, like shit like that was happening. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really like, it was hip hop still. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was from the South and they were still trying to put their name out, but it was at a time where like, I could get Ready to Die and then also hit up and get the Mace album and like listen to them shit. 20 degrees from fucking you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So like, but I've said this a couple times. It's like more of a thing of like, since I lived on the West Coast and like, seeing and like living through all the shit that like the West Coast MCs were rapping about, like Eazy-E, Snoop, like the West Coast lifestyle, the gangster shit, the drugs, the sex, the violence. Like I'm seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my parents and all my family, you know, they all come from, you know, the South Side. You know, they're all from, you know, the Suta that said that, you know, uncles, aunts, cousins. Like that's just what was gonna be my destiny. You know what I'm saying? So like to see all that in front of my face and then have to listen to it on music is like, you ain't telling me anything that I'm not seeing, bro. You ain't telling me nothing new. So when I'm listening to like the East Coast and they're rapping about, you know, whipping the range, doing this, doing, you know, doing all this shit, and like, you know, chilling on this, you know, the stoops and shit. Like we don't have stoops out here. We got fucking front lawns and we got driveways, dog. You know what I mean? So it's like, to listen to that and not be able to see it when I walk out of my doorstep is something that I wanted to see. I wanted to be a part of that. And I think eventually what it led up to was me eternally telling myself, like, one day I got to get to the Mecca. I got to get to where this shit began. And like I've always said with this hip hop shit and this art form, like I'm always going to keep the skill at the forefront. Like fuck all the fucking gimmicks, fuck everything. Who gives a fuck how you look? It's all about the skill. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like like you can't get around that. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be cute and rap and you can get a lot of fans by doing that. You can do this other shit. You can do, a gimmick and you can get a lot. But like, I was like, the skill shit is the hardest thing to tune into and move with that and move forward. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take that and I'm going to do the hardest route. While these fools, take A to B or A to Z, I'm going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, because I know that's what's going to make me at the end of the route. That one artist that you can't really deny, man. So, I think living in the West Coast, listening to all music, me tuning into, the freestyles that Big Al did, like on the Wake Up Show, and hearing that, type of shit. Like there was no West Coast rappers rapping like that, G. You know what I mean? And like, I recognized that shit early on. You know what I'm saying? Like as a youngster, like, yo, like this fool's beyond what I'm hearing around here. You know what I'm saying? This is like real skills. Like this is like, you could put this fool in the room with East Coast, West Coast, any rapper from all around, and he's going to keep his fucking pocket because you can't fuck with skill, homies. And that's what led to me to rap like how I rap, because I felt like rappers like Wu-Tang, rappers like Big Al, Mobb Deep, Biggie and shit like that. I feel like that's like I can hear the quality beyond anything else within that shit. So that's what really stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what really stuck with me, man, I would say. You know what I mean?
So I was in the Bay Area from 91 to 93. And and what I found was, if it really wasn't for MTV and the fact that I was from the East Coast originally, because I was born in Toronto, I don't know that I would have caught near as much of that East Coast, because while living in Cali, the radio was pushing, Too Short and Mac 10 and Digital Underground and all that stuff. And so like you weren't getting much of the East Coast on the radio at all. So it was MTV, or it was, friends of mine back east that were going, oh, hey, have you heard this yet?
Right. Check
and
this
out. I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
See, but like what I used to do, what was really ill was like, remember like the DJ Clue era, DJ. So like that mixtape era was ill because I would be able to go here to Venice Beach and like that whole strip would have them shits all for sale, bro. They would have all those, so I would be able to get like mixtapes with like the Beat Nuts and fucking like all them crazy hits that were like on the radio but weren't hitting out here, but you would hear them here. And I was like, yo, like, and there was hella shit on there from other rappers that you never, you know what I mean? So I'm like, for me to get my East Coast hip hop fix, it was like Wu-Tang. It was like shit that really was like at the forefront, you know what I mean, of this hip hop shit, man. And I think growing up on the West Coast and like living through the East Coast, West Coast, like there was a point where, like I said, on this other interview too, man, like there was a point like if you were listening to East Coast hip hop and you was out here and fools heard you, you would get fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll get checked in
Harassed.
boo or harassed. Like, hey, turn that shit on. And if it was on some shit like, hey, fuck you, like the shit is gonna pop off, fool. Like that's just what it was, you know? Like, and that shit was really deep like that. It hit the streets like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because when I went back east, I was like in Queensbridge, like, you know, like in the fucking shit. And like fools was, hey man, so like that East Coast, the West Coast, like fools was still on that. There was questioning me, like, yo, like you good, like
That's
like,
wild,
yo, man, everything's straight, bro. That shit is straight, man. You know, but I know how fools really seen that shit. You know, it really, you know, hit the streets too with that shit. You know?
We gotta get Boo Boo on here to tell about his tales, because that's another East Coast OTF, another East Coast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what grade I was in, but I know this one dude says about to say Wu-Tang sucks, and I punched him. That's like, and my homie got a Wu-Tang
that's the right response.
Yeah, he was
that
like,
is the correct
Wu-Tang,
response.
And like, yeah, this nigga punched me, then I ran.
See, so like, I used to like encounter fools that like all hip hop, so it was weird to me to like see a cat listen to like Wu-Tang, and then he's like listening to like Little John and shit, and I'm like, cool.
That's me. But
yeah, you see, like
I'm in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. I'm like, so I got to pass. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, see, me personally, I'm just like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, but I appreciated him because he knew music. You know, he knew music. You know what I mean? Like, if you like Wu-Tang and you know you like fucking Little John, and trust me, dog, like to each their own. I was in the club a couple times, and I'm sure I got low to like one of them Little John joints.
We was drunk.
I got low.
Were you drinking? Were you drinking though? Were you drinking?
Yeah, you know it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Not even for the
ladies. To a Little John without
it's a place in time. It's a place in time, man. There's no shame in that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dance around to Little John without alcohol. Sorry.
Bro. Hey, yo, boy, I didn't like no Little John until I moved down here. It was like it was 01, 02. So I moved down. I was like, fuck Little John. That shit, I like them girls. That shit's whack. But then when I saw that song,
hey man, but that shit has its place, man.
Man, when that shit come on, boy.
Yeah. I went to some club and they played I Like Them Girls or whatever, and all the girls started twerking, and some nigga was holding me up, and I would have my hands like this, a girl was twerking on me and shit. And I was like, man, I love this shit. I love it. That's how I got indoctrinated to all that shit. So but I understand anybody. Yeah, but I understand. Before then, I was like, man, you suck. What the fuck you like this shit for, man? Shit ain't hip hop. So yeah.
Until that big ass butt was on you, was like, oh, all right, I know how now makes sense.
Boy, Little John is better than Nas. Little John is better than Nas. Little John is better than Jay-Z.
I can't do that. I can't.
No one even believes those words that you're making up now. Now you put horrible stereotypes into the universe, man. But hold on, man, check it out, man. Let me get some action. Let's steer back into the goddamn it to the mix, man. You know,
Indeed.
Here we go. So I want to go back to something that you said, or really the theme that we've really just been talking about right now. Man, it's very obvious. This is why I was excited to have you on the show. This is why I really think this is a major thing, because of what we do. What we try to do is show how this ecosystem is and how everybody's out here vibing. Things are cracking. People are moving and shaking. You are absolutely, without a doubt, a pure puro West Coast dude. It's obvious. It's obvious to your soul. Like when you spit, it's obvious that you're a West Coast dude. But just like you said, you have that mind of being stylistic, right? Of really trying to be on some lyricism or trying to be a marksman, like your name is. You know what I mean? You are definitely an MC's MC, but you definitely you're a product of your surroundings, right? Your sound is definitely inspired by what you see, just like the same way, I guess, an MC from Queens or New York or over East, anywhere like that, or as they should do. That's what you're doing, man. You're spitting that and you're relating those visions in a way that is solely your style, and you stay on it, man. But
Appreciate that.
also, I didn't want to get too far in. Like, I think you've been kind of downplaying it, man. Slow down, Luki. You've been downplaying it, but you said it a little bit. But I really want to elaborate a little bit more. Again, yeah, we got to celebrate you doing things that people ain't doing out here, because the rumor on the street is that you putting together your tours. You making it happen to go over to Europe. You doing all this stuff on your own, and you're a perfect example of what this whole era is right now. This DIY, this abyss era is about people getting out, shaking hands, kissing babies, but not only that, putting their destiny on their back and saying, all right, I'm pulling the train up the hill. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna do this but me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait for the handout. I'm gonna take it.
How do you sit down and just say, all right, I'm gonna organize this tour? Was it all based off of previous trips over there and you made contacts? Was it off of, you don't have to give off the whole game, but just talk more about that, man, because I think that's
man, because I think because at the end of the day, man, I think what it is I kept releasing shit through the whole mixtape era, like Dat Piff, that Crack, like that whole era, bro. Like I would release shit, and I have hella shit on Bandcamp. I have all that shit on Bandcamp. It's like years of music. Anyways, that whole time, I caught the ear of my tour manager now, who lives in Switzerland. So that's like my main hub is like Switzerland. Whenever I fly to Europe, we fly into Switzerland first, and then we disperse. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So pretty much what it was just had my son. I dropped my first album with my crew. We were kind of like, okay, cool, yeah, we have an album, and boom. But then it was a point in me, I was like, yo, like if I'm gonna do this, I really got to do this. So I just dropped mad mixtapes, and I caught the ear of my tour manager because he was on fucking YouTube, and he just happened to put in. So don't ever think that luck isn't a thing, because luck is a thing, but if you're not ready for when luck arrives, then it's not luck.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance, man. You got to be prepared for the opportunity when it arrives. Absolutely right.
So
absolutely right.
I would say every accolade and every opportunity that people have seen, oh wow, XP's do it. It's all because I was ready for that opportunity. I think when he looked up Windows XP hip hop, I was the first one to pop up.
Wow.
And yeah, bro. My tour manager to this day found me by looking in YouTube Windows XP hip hop, because he was already bringing old school acts to Europe. Like, and when I say old school, like Curtis Blow, I'm talking about like old school heads, like real old school hip hop shit, like the roots of this shit. But like, the European people love that shit, bro. They love that shit. So he was on some shit. He's like, you know what? I want some fresh hip hop. I want some fresh, like I need some fresh shit to push. So, yeah, bro, I was the first shit to pop up, and it was a track that I had with Twin. And so he played it like, yo, he's dope. And then once he hit me up, I was at like a low spot in my life. So when he hit me up, he's like, yo, man, I have this mixtape idea. I heard your shit is dope. I'm a tour manager from here. Let's work on some music first, get your name moving out here. And then we could move, proceed with this shit. And so at first I'm like, yo, like this fool's from Switzerland. I know this fool got bread. I'm fucking hurting right now. Fuck, I'm like, damn,
did he give you a free Rolex or something crazy? Like, here, we all have Rolexes in Switzerland. Here you go. Take a Swiss Army knife as well. Yeah.
Believe this shit though. Homie's last name is Tissot. So my
Oh
first
shit!
thing is
I
like,
love Tiso.
he's
That's
a
my
part
favorite
of the
watch.
Tissot family, son. I'm
Oh,
like,
get
he
the
got bread, fool. You know what
yo,
I mean?
hey, plug
That was
me
my
in, man.
first
That's my
thing.
favorite watch
His
type.
last name is Tissot,
That's
Tissot.
crazy.
I mean,
I'm thinking like, yo, yeah, like, you know, that's a crazy, like, I'm thinking like, oh, you know, he has bread. So like, yeah, bro, like, that was my first shit was like
That's
to hit him up
dope.
with some bread, you know what I mean? And be like, yo, but nah, man, I was like, you know what, let's work, man. And through that process of working with him for like 2.5 years, we did like a compilations and he would get local artists from where he's at and just toss me on tracks. And so I was just, you know, I wasn't over there, but I was over there. My name was like, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
So then, my life is in shambles, bro. I'm like living on, so I just split from my baby moms, moved in with my mom, rest in peace, and fucking was sleeping on the couch, taking the bus to fucking adult school. And I'm just like, all right, like I'm about to get my GED and fucking see what I can do here. You know, like, I mean, much respect to everybody who takes that route again and tries to restructure their life, you know, but I was just trying to do it like how people would say to do it. Like, all right, I didn't graduate high school. I didn't have anything. I was like flat broke. All I had was like a car and a PlayStation 2, I believe, and a T, like just shit like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Nothing.
Grand Theft San Andreas. Yeah.
Tekken.
All we had is Tekken, yeah.
Facts.
There you go.
So
Tekken.
yeah, so
Extra
but
heavy.
yeah, so long fucking story short, dog. as all this shit's happening, he's like, yo, check your email. And like I checked my email and like my flight was there. Like all my like he's like, yo, like so pretty much when and like this is when and I was like, fuck it, like I'm out, bro. Like I was like, all right, cool, let's go. So and I didn't have anything holding me down here either. So I was like, I'm fucking out this piece, bro. So I just went there with no money in my wallet. All merchandise was sponsored by homies and just like everything. And I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna meet some random fools on the other side of this shit. And I'm just gonna put my life in their hands and just let's run it. Like, bro, and literally, bro, I was just like, I've met some of the most amazing brothers that I've had over a decade, you know, that I can say that if anything happens, like on any level, man, like they're there for me, you know what I'm saying? And that's also where I met, a DXA, which is from, New York as well. It's Ice Rocks.
Okay.
So they were out there.
The EP,
yeah, Ice Rocks. Yeah. So
Amsterdam EP.
That's where, facts. So that whole EP is an OD to where we first met in Amsterdam on that first tour.
Oh, that Nomad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, man. So it all comes from there. Yeah. So like it all has like a, you know, a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. And I think the years of just 2012, 2013, and then like I went back in like 2014, and then this last couple years I was like I let 10 years rock because like when I got back, you know, I caught a case and then I became a felon and then I couldn't leave the state and then I had to pay the state. And so all this shit was happening. And so, I didn't leave for like 10 years. I had to get my shit right, you know, but just this last time throughout those 10 years, I kept dropping. And I was like, I'm curious to see what, and I went out there, bro, and motherfuckers was on it, bro. They had the vinyls there. They were, you know, they were like, yo, man, you know, they was just on it.
The vinyls?
No, the vinyls.
Oh, I thought you said the vinyls in the band. I was
vinyls,
you thought they were bringing homeless people to the show?
No.
Hey, Chuck, come on.
Though. The vinyls had the vinyls. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Like, yo, dog.
No, it was a group called the Winos. That's what I was thinking it was. Yeah, but no, the Vine. Okay, yeah, my bad. Continue with this story. I'm sorry, I heard what I wanted to hear.
Man. But yeah, so now it's like, you know, like I said, this last tour, bro, I literally put that shit together in like 2 months, man, and you know, through the help of a couple of homies and shit, we were able to do like 2 new countries. Went to, you know, Barcelona, and then we went to France. So yeah, man, we were able to do new shit every time. Barcelona. Now. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, man. So like, we really got to just move, shake, and I like it because there's nothing really glamorous about it. Like, I sleep on the couches of you know, my homie spots and pull up to the shows, merchandise. I have to lug all my shit. Like, it's real work, man. And what I love about it though is that I see other artists that are of a certain, you know, caliber, and they show up to the show, do their thing, they leave, they go to the motel, they leave the country. And like, they'll never be able to go back and be with the people. Like, they don't sit with the people, chill with the people, chill there for a couple of days. hit some local studios and hit up some shit. You know what I'm saying? A DJ party. That's like just I don't see a lot of that happening, bro. And I think that's what I do that really sets me up for that is that, I'm with the people, man, and I have that time to give to the people. You know what I'm saying? So
I would imagine it would give you such a deeper connection to the fan base because
man,
I mean, a majority of rap fans have never sold bricks, have never done any of that. But when you're talking about Europeans and people overseas, their love of the culture is something that they've immersed themselves in. So when you have one of their heroes want to immerse themselves in your culture and learn about what foods you eat and what it's like to be invited into your home and those kind of things, just makes that level of connection so much higher.
It's amazing, man. Like I said, it's to the point where like now I can say that I have like individuals over there where I don't even have to be on like music tour or anything. I can just pull up over there and just be like, yo, you're good. Like, I got homies over there that will hold me down, like I said, in any situation. So I really truly embrace that, man, because as much as it's not glamorous and it isn't like other artists tours where, it's like to the motel, from the airport to the motel to the show to the motel to the airport, and we're out of here. It's like, nah, dog, like, I'm with the people, I'm chilling with the people, I'm eating with the people, smoking with the people, chatting with the people, kissing babies, like homie said, so I
doing that Anthony Bourdain role.
Yeah, bro, it's facts, bro. And bro, that's like the perfect character to idolize when you're in somebody else's culture, bro, and in somebody else's setting. Like, embrace, show love, try it, and just live,
open.
dog, and just be open, dog, and just and it's crazy because a lot of these individuals out there, like, they may not speak proper English, but they speak Ebonics because they learned that shit off of hip hop.
Right.
So when they're like, they're like, hey, my G, I don't speak English too good, but we could smoke a spliff, yeah, man. Like, and you're like, oh shit, like, don't worry about it. You speak enough for me to get by, bro. Smoke weed, drink beer, you like to eat, you love hip hop. We straight, homie. Let's go.
We're friends.
You know what I mean?
Take me to the titties, whatever,
Take me to the titty canteen.
Some things are universal, man.
I gotta ask real quick, and I'm asking because I know this is something that affects a lot of rappers who obviously have come from difficult pasts. There are a lot of rappers that can't leave the country because of felonies. How did you get past that? Is that something that was a difficult road? And I
think what it was, because it wasn't a violent case. It was some drug shit, and it was right before weed was like legalizing, and I was one of the unfortunate ones that got sucked into the system right before everything was going to legalize. So they were trying to juice it, and like I just got fucked, man. Like, pretty much, you know what I mean? So I became a felon, and it was for transportation and trafficking shit and all this other
the trumped up bullshit.
So man. So what ended up happening though, once it did legalize, I was able to go in and get my shit expunged, like a lot of other individuals were able to do. So it wasn't anything that was tied into some shit that I wasn't able to, bounce back from. God, God helped me with that one. But yeah, man, it really did affect my future at one point, because I didn't see the hip hop, because what it was I had traveled the world. I was free. I'd been free my whole life, doing shit. And then I got back and hip hop trickles in, bro. Like, if you're not doing hip hop strictly as your business and you're kind of just trying to make your name ring, and, you're just out there trying to get it cracking, like, it's not giving you anything but respect at that moment, you're going to have to do some shit, homie, to, whether you work a 9 to 5, you hustle. And I was just
both
into some shit, bro.
Whatever you doing.
I was just into some shit, and pretty much, man, like, psychologically and mentally, financially, spiritually, physically, I think the whole person that I am it drained me, dog. And I felt really bad for the individuals that were in there, bro, because as much as I was in there for weed, they put me next to a fool that probably, he was in there on murder charges. And he's like, and I'm like, that's why this shit is fucked up, because you're putting a motherfucker that ain't out here shooting and killing motherfuckers on some, gang banging shit at least, you know what I'm saying, and doing some stupid shit.
Some type of shit. Dudes
yeah, and it's like, and it's like wild. The inmate, the fucking COs in there, they're just treating everybody like they are a killer, bro. And I think that's the that's what needs to be different within the court system, dog, is that there needs to be a system where, like, yo, if homie's only in there for weed, put him in with all the fools that got in there for weed. And, there has to be something where it's like, because every criminal isn't in there for some shit that they do on a daily basis, obviously. And if there is, then they deserve to be up in there, you know what I'm saying? But there's I met a lot of fools in there that were just, yeah, man, I was out there hustling because I had to pay my rent, I had to do different shit, like, I'm just like, yo, like, we're just
one moment
and I was
happened.
The same. Yeah. One moment happened, man, and literally, bro, that shit changed my whole projection of, like, who I was going to become, because literally, bro, like, they made it so hard for me to get out of that system, bro. And that's what they do to everybody. They make it so hard, bro. Yep. So they can put you right back in there, and they can keep you there, so you can keep, so anybody that gets in there, my best bet is let you know to just keep your head on a swivel, and if you're on some, like, probation shit where it's like, yo, like, if you're with somebody and if they have some shit, you could do 3 years or whatever it is, like, off top, because and even if it's not, like, they don't give a shit about that. Like, you have to be wise to that shit. Like, I had to let all the homies know. I'm like, yo, bro, before you pick me up right now, or before we roll out right now, you got to let me know if you have something, bro. Because if not, if something happens and I go in, I'm coming to see you right after I get out, bro. And that's because I let you know. That's because I let you know that I hopped in your shit, and I let you know what I'm on. And if you don't want me to come with you because you're going to be on some shit, cool, I'll hop out, whatever. But
that's
just
it.
let you know, don't put me in no shit, bro. And I lived that life for like 3 or 4 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had to work at a fucking rescue mission thrift shop, and after I did all my community service, like, hey, you want the job? Like, if you want. And so I worked at a thrift shop, helping the homeless, helping, like, people on drugs, like, and it was crazy because I'm like, yeah, bro, like, it's crazy because it took me from where I worked so hard to get out of, and it put me right back there, and I worked right back out, and then there was the option to say, hey, like, leave, like, and I was like, you know what, let me go back and let me help other people up with this shit, So I was like, what I mean? And like, bro, it was a crazy experience in my life to really look back and say, hey, one choice could really lead to something. But you know what? Yeah. I wouldn't change it, because at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I had to feed the family. You know what I'm saying? So that's just all it was, man. But yeah, G, coming up out of that shit, man, it could mess up your whole fucking aura, bro. Like I said, when I got out, I was depressed, bro. I was like, fuck, man, like, that shit held a piece of my soul, because I was like an eagle, bro. It's like, you cage an eagle, that shit dies. Like, you go anywhere, you will not see a caged eagle, bro. Go to any zoo, go to anywhere, there's no caged eagles, because you cage that shit dies, bro. And a piece of that shit took a piece of me. I can say the LA correctional facility system, whatever the fuck you want to call it, has a piece of my soul, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, man, I think it's safe to say that you were given the blessing of a lesson. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you
definitely, man.
You had gotten to see a glimpse of your future, of what things could be first, right? And you were like, oh yeah, this, dope. You came back, and then, like you said, your wings was clipped. You were stuck. You were grounded, right? And not only that, when you were grounded, you had to sit down and you had to be around people who they didn't have nothing. They can only imagine the dream of what you do. Right. So that reality that you were knee deep in, you were like, yo, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel like it. You took it and you were like, yo,
bro,
that's a bet.
You're saying
I
it.
ain't
You're
meant for
saying it.
this. I'm above. I ain't meant for this. I'm gonna keep pushing for y'all back here, but
Facts,
I am.
man.
This ain't for
Facts.
me. And you were again blessed to be able to see. Yo, this is a glimpse of you make that one decision, just one choice. That's all it takes. Like you said,
All it
every
takes, bro.
killer ain't a killer every day. You know what I
Bro, that's what
mean?
I'm saying.
Sometimes
No.
you're just a,
And
sometimes something happens,
we're
and
not the
there you
one
go.
bad decision we make. We're the
We're not.
That's what I'm
amalgamation of
saying. Yeah,
all the
yeah,
All
decisions,
exactly.
good and
decisions.
bad, that you've
Exactly.
made.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But that
Absolutely
blessing
right.
wasn't wasted on you. That
It
blessing
wasn't.
wasn't
OJ.
wasted on you at all.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you took that blessing and you said, I'm going to make this worthwhile. I'm going to
Facts,
appreciate
bro.
that. And that's
Sure did.
so
Facts.
important.
Took it and ran with it. That's the
Yeah.
best part. That's why it's important that again, like we reflecting on this and we giving you your shine right now to come on and be like, yeah, man, yeah, you came from some tough places,
Yeah,
but
man. Shoot,
fuck
Real
all
shit.
that
real.
now. I said, yo, fuck all that. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm making tours happen over in Europe, man. Like you said, I got people in Europe. If I need to go over there, if I pop up, they're gonna be like, oh, it's the guy. I don't know nothing but smile and come in my house. Here's a joint. It's like
Yeah.
this is it, man. You doing it
It's
all through the
special.
strength of your
And
skill off of
real
the
shit.
music that you love. I mean, come on, man. You
Now you got
you
songs
the
with, Rock Marciano, Funk
oh
P.
now
Shout
here we
out to the
go.
Quasi
Here we
Dojo.
go.
Shout out, I love that song, Quasi Dojo. Also, you
Shout
got
out
Compton
Doug
Menace.
Life. Shout out Funk.
Man,
Bonk.
My guys.
Where
Yep.
was you on that Have Not video, man? That shit looked like Mad Max.
That shit right up the street from the crib, dog. Right up the street from the
Word?
crib, dog.
He said
Yeah.
that's LA on
With
a
the Uzi.
Tuesday.
The desert is not
Uzi.
far from LA.
Bro,
It's
but
not,
the
'cause
crazy
Vegas.
shit was like, it was just when COVID was just happening, right? And like, I pull up into this homeless encampment and I don't know anybody in there. I don't know anybody that lives in this homeless, like where you see me like walking around. I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
in there. So they see me pull out of the whip with this fucking smock and this shit and an Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, everybody thought I was about to clean house,
They
bro.
said,
Yo,
"Fuck,
son,
this is it.
I was
Everybody-
hey, just saying.
Everybody
I mean,
scattered, bro. They was like,
Break out.
they're like,
Right.
this was about to clean us up. Like he's about to clean the house right now. Like he's about to lay
Wow.
everybody out.
during COVID, this is the
During,
start
like
of COVID.
when bro, like COVID's heavy. Like you're not supposed to be outside type shit. Like there was
Yeah.
like, you know, they had.
You cleanse it. You thought they probably thought you was
They thought it was the purge or something.
They thought it was the purge. They thought it was popping out. Like, all right, we need to clean up. I don't know. You know, they thought some wild shit. So everybody went back in their little sheds, and that was my spot for the good 20 minutes that we shot. I was out of there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's some wild
yeah,
shit, man.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
wild.
Yeah, bro. You know, you got to make shit happen sometimes, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 of those homeless dudes that wear tinfoil hats, and they were like, I knew this was going to happen. The government sent him. The government sent him.
The Terminator's here. The Terminator's
He's here. Oh.
Yeah. Said, we didn't get the vaccine, they're gonna kill us. Yeah.
Facts,
Hey,
bro.
yo,
Facts.
real shit. I would probably think the
bro.
same thing. I probably would think the
shit.
same thing.
Nah,
The video,
No, like,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Like, it didn't really hit me at first, but after, like, I was like, yo, like, where'd everybody go? And I was like, oh, yeah, I have a gun and I'm wearing this. I'm like, oh, makes sense. Yeah.
Self-awareness is important.
you need. Your videos
Yeah,
be
man.
fire though, bro.
Thank
You
you,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Thank you.
Well, how you got a whole squad, you know what I'm saying, like doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, yeah. Y'all got high quality shit
Thank
with
you,
the
man. Yeah,
videos.
dog. I've been super blessed with talented individuals that see the best in me and are willing to work with me and, you know, put their art with my art and let's run, you know. I've been super fortunate in that whole realm with, you know, my graphics. Shout out to my man Orlando, the video guy, my dude Zen Hao, Team Dunson. Like,
Zen Hao, yeah. Zen Hao.
Yeah, Zen Hao.
Oh, yeah, Done son.
Team Dunson,
Right?
yeah,
Dunson?
man. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, yeah, and there's, you know, so there's no certain individuals, man, that really come through for the kid, man, when they see what I'm trying to do, you know, and if I have a new release, like, yo, what kind of videos you want to do? Yo, you need graphics, yo, and I'm just like, let's rock, man, you know, and so yeah, man, it's all in-house Miho music shit. It's all friendships that have, been flourishing for over a decade now. So
That's
it's
dope.
just, yeah, man. Fact.
Yeah. So indeed, like Primo said, you definitely got the Cali flavor with the New York juice. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Man.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
And I like
That's
the production.
man. I love it.
The production is you got a good ear for production and all that shit, man. Hey yo, something that came up that I still deal with that I didn't know we was alike, man. Bro, I used to stutter heavy when I was younger, bro.
Word,
Crazy.
yeah.
I still do it. Sometimes it'd be hard for me to put words together. You know what I'm saying? I'd be so excited. And then I all words sound like one long word. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. So when I heard that, I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So sometimes I gotta slow down. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I think me and you, we can't chill in the same room together, fool, because if you start, I'm gonna start, fool. You know what
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'll get excited. I'll get excited and it'll happen.
I'm like,
right.
Yeah, I'm like, what the
Yawn. They're contagious.
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro, there's been so many instances, dog, where I'm like chilling and like a dude happens to stutter and literally I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like a wireless connection for like you connect and it's like now both things are like that. And bro, like much love to all the homies that do it, man, because I like really though fools that do not have that shit, like they don't know how hard it is because you get so happy or you get so emotional, you get so like infused with how you're trying to explain it to, and I think everything's just like a culmination and you're trying to get it all out at once. I feel this. I want to say this, that, and blah. You know, you're like that, and like your mind is not moving. I mean, your mouth isn't moving as quick as your mind. So
that's when everything sounds like
physicality isn't up to par with your mind at the point. You know, so I think it's a gift, dog. Like you got a quicker mind. You have a quicker mind response than your body, so like you're moving quick up here, but
a lot of ideas and thoughts.
Bro, that's how I kind of feel. But yeah, man, it's a thing, but I embrace it, dog, because no one could fuck with me, man, with this rap shit. So you know what I'm saying? I hold that shit true, man. You know, like it's
I didn't fuck with it, yo. Because here's the deal: you said you 2nd to 5th grade. I was like 1st through like 6th, and some of the people in there was whack as fuck, bro. Like I'm in here with these motherfuckers right here, because my S's, I slur my S's as well. So I'm slurring my S's. Yeah, I'm slurring my S's, and I'm stuttering, and then sometimes I want to talk, but I have to stop and be like, then I talk.
Right.
But I'm in here with this whack motherfucker who wearing Bugle Boy. You know what I'm saying? And what was the other shit they used to wear back
shots
in the day?
at the Bugle Boy wearing?
Yeah.
Cross colors.
No, cross colors.
Y'all hate on cross colors?
No, cross colors hot.
Oh, my bad. I'm
talking about the wax shit.
Oh, okay, the wax shit, yeah.
Billabong. No, Oshkosh was cool. No, Jinkos. It wore Jinkos. Did you remember Jinko?
Oh, Jinko. Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm in here with these motherfuckers right here.
I had a whole Jinko fit, bro. Y'all like chopping me down right now.
With the long joints, the long bell bottom.
No, not that. I didn't have the. Don't get me wrong. I had 1st generation Jinko shit. I didn't have the mutated Jinko shit that had the giant bell bottoms and all that type stuff. I had like
like a razor scooter underneath
Dragon Ball Z tee too.
Nah.
Dragon Ball Z t-shirt with the Jinkos with your hair spiked up.
See, I only look like this. I'm a little older. I'm from the original Jinko era. You know what I mean? Like y'all talking about the resurgence of Jinko. When the like you said, the skater kids and the golfs and all of them was wearing the 1st generation ravers, you know what I mean? All of that type of stuff. That's what you're talking about. See, no. Do your research. Jinko used to be Jinko was legit for like 3 months. It was legit for 3 months. Absolutely. Look it up.
Guys.
Look it up. Yeah.
I seen a dude with them big old Jinkos pull out a machete at them hoes. I was like, you know what? Let me not fuck with these dudes. Tool.
No, not Tool.
They ain't fuck with Tool. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was Korn. It was the Deftones. It was Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
It was Tool was metal. Tool was metal.
I seen dudes. I don't know. Tool was definitely. And I like Korn. Can't fuck. I can't fuck. Can't lie. I like. Korn. Yeah, but still, fuck it. Oh, Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Oh yeah.
With
everybody with the man.
People, yeah.
Mudvayne.
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm here. Like, these motherfuckers do not like Wu-Tang, man. Where I'm in here with these motherfuckers.
But they did, though. That was the crazy part. Yeah,
100%.
They the ones that did like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But
absolutely.
I'm in DeSoto, Missouri.
What about those fools called
motherfucker?
Third Eye Blind or Three Doors Down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different. That's a whole different genre. Yeah. But exactly. Which one's which? I don't know. Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulvaney. Which one is it? Who knows? I don't know which one. They all the same. Down.
Third Eye Blind. All that crazy shit in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But yo, boom, on the real, yeah. Good luck to those guys. I wonder what those guys in my speech. I hope the guys in my speech class. There you go. Hopefully, guys in our speech class have an OD. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Wow, man.
Match
all homies in speech class.
Hey, yo, one of them kids died jerking off.
Wow.
In 7th grade, one of them kids died jerking off, playing the jerk off game with a belt around his neck, and his sister found him in the closet. I talk about that. Shit's wild, bro. Word.
Ooh.
Rest in peace, Chris Zimmerly.
His buddy. Yeah, his buddy. He talks about it all the time. You don't remember this, Carl?
Oh yeah.
He bring it up often, man.
He's in my speech class.
The lead singer of NXS went out that way too.
Yeah, that's how he died.
That's the only one I like.
Michael
and
Hutchins.
that's how Robert Carradine died.
David
right?
Carradine.
David Carradine. Kung Fu.
The guy that stole a TV show from Bruce Lee.
That's Kill. Was that Kill Bill?
Yeah, from Kill Bill. Yep. Yeah, that's
David Carradine. Yeah.
Yep. That's a hell of a way to go out, Bill.
Yeah, I got caught with your pants down, huh? Word. Another thing, yeah. So boom, you dropped 2 albums this year. You know what I'm saying? Word. And
let's get back to the music, man. Let's talk some shit.
I just heard, but that's why our podcast is dope, man. We talking about crazy shit. But yo, I just heard you got an album in the tuck. One of our friends. I heard that shit. I just heard that shit, man. Word. So you what's coming up next for you? Is that what's next? Yeah.
I think so, man. I really
y'all don't know. Y'all ain't watched the CTC interview? He said he got an album with Body Bag Ben coming, son.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Some heavy beats.
Yeah.
That shit's already cooked up, man. The shit's already mixed, mastered. We just named it. Now we're just waiting for the cover art. But, you know, it's ill because even me and him, you know, like he's from the West Coast too. And he has that shit too that's on some East Coast boom bap. So what we did, we were like, you know what, man, let's give these fools some West Coast boom bap shit. You know what I mean? So like, honestly, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just renamed in that way, bro. Because I think the essence is there, the beats are there, the rhymes are there. I think we have a couple features, nothing too crazy on it, but it's pretty much what it is, man. It's an OD to where we come from. There's a lot of skits and shit that have to do with like, what's up, ese, orale vato, check it out.
Let's go, man.
So you know we're throwing a lot of that shit in there, and we're representing, homie. We're representing for real hip hop culture with this shit. And we just ready to snap motherfuckers' necks, man, because you already know the way Body Bag does his shit. You already know the way I do my shit. So shit is about to be some shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm fully proud of the project. You know, Body Bag hit me off with some ill shit, and I think we're projected to release here fairly pretty soon. From what I believe. So yeah, man, we're gonna get a couple, you know, things lined up, you know, some videos, you know, for the promotion and shit like that. So we're still moving on, but the music's complete. Everything's complete. Now the real work begins, you know, the real fucking.
True indeed. Yeah. I know you're really good with that right there. You know what I'm saying? The rollouts and shit like that. Just making it just dropping shit, then motherfucking forgetting about it. That's a really good thing that you do. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, too, man?
Son done.
I wanted to say, man, was that shout out to the DJs, bro, that are
Yes, sir.
replaying tracks multiple times on the same show. Shout out to the smoking section. That's, you know, like, and
Yes,
I want to
sir.
say in particular because one song, bro, they had my shit on rotation for 4 weeks straight. I think we're going on 5 weeks straight now. One song, and that's what's missing in hip hop, man. And like I see a lot of people saying, like, how come hip hop doesn't have any more hits, and how come motherfucker? Because the DJ's not allowing shit to become a hit. They're not playing the shit and letting it hit motherfuckers' brains. And it, like, I remember when I would hear a record break, I would hear it the first time. Yo, that's so dope. What the fuck was that? Not even 20 minutes later on the radio, you're going to hear it again. You're like, yo, what is that? Now I know what it is. Now I'm going to go swoop the fucking CD. Now I'm going to go. So I think what's missing, dog, in this whole DJ shit is like, salute to the fools that actually play shit and do that. But in order to create these underground street hits and in order to create these just good songs that are generating the output and the input from the culture that create these hits, these underground hits that become something, is the DJ. The DJ needs to do that too. As much as us artists need to create the music, it's up to the DJ to play it and embed that shit in these motherfuckers' brains to let them know, yo, I like this shit. You see me playing this shit multiple times. Y'all gotta like this shit too. So every time you listen to my show, you're gonna hear this shit for the next couple weeks, dog. So get used to it, whatever, you know. So that's what's missing, I think, man, is like the DJs playing tracks that they truly love multiple times. And like, don't, like, all the DJ homies, don't be afraid to play that shit multiple times, man. Like, give it some shit that you feel is needed, man. And I feel like in order to create these hits, man, we need the DJs to give us multiple spins, man. So shout out to all the DJs that do that too, man. I wanted to put that out there too,
cool.
man. That shit's been heavy on my mind, you know what I mean? Like, as an artist and as a person that's on these playlists weekly, you know, I'm on this playlist, and to see that happen, it's rare, you know. And like, and I wouldn't say anything if it wasn't, but to see that, I was like, yo, that's love. Like, that's super rare. How come a lot of people aren't doing shit like that? So I gotta air it out. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Indeed. I believe that we should form a coalition of college motherfucking radio. You know how they play the censored hip hop.
Right, right.
I forget what it's called. Carl, pretty much, I remember what it's called.
Liberty. It's called Liberty. Yeah, they had that, and it's after whatever hour they get to play curse words. I forgot somebody told us that the other day on another episode. That's how I know the name.
Yeah, it was like after 11 o'clock in some places, midnight. But college radio doesn't have to follow FCC regulations after a certain time period.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yep.
That's dope.
Okay.
Before we transition to something else, man, before you say you didn't like the footy, the soccer, man, I had an excellent show idea. I had like a World Cup is coming here to Mexico, Canada, and USA. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna have a Cousin Feo, Crime Apple, you, me. Who else we could get?
Che Uno.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Lord Juco as well.
Lord Juco, Juco.
Yeah. Everybody from all these countries come down here. They soccer kit on and have you wear your soccer kit too, Carl. Yeah, work. Everybody had their country soccer kit on and have a show. The World Cup brawl or some shit like that.
Fire. That's
a hot idea.
That's actually really fire.
Yo, boom. Yeah, but you don't like soccer, man. Fuck.
He didn't say he didn't like it. He just doesn't follow it.
He doesn't have to like it to perform at the show.
And too, honestly, man, I like everything that comes with the soccer. I like the tits. I like the beer. I like the food.
Yes, sir.
I like chilling with the homies. You know what I'm saying? I like.
It's gonna be a wonderful time.
Let's run it. I'm with it, man. Let's get it.
And they got shows. They got games in LA. They got games in Atlanta. They got games in Dallas. They got games in New York. We can have a show anywhere to pull up and just have this show, and we can rep our countries, and we all there for hip hop. And that would be wild, bro. Yeah, I was there.
I'm trying to be back east here in maybe like a month and a couple months. So man, if you can line that shit up, I'll be out there, man. Let's rock.
when is it? The 20? Is it what year is it? 20?
I think it's 2026 is when
2026.
the World Cup.
We got
a couple years.
So we got time to put this together.
2 years.
Well, we got enough time to put it together, so maybe we hit like 4 or 5 major cities with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
man, let's put it together, man. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, that'll be fire, man.
The Underground Hip Hop World Cup Tour.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All balls out. So that's
right. That's right.
Well, I was there at the end.
Right there. Slow down.
Yeah, I was there. What they yelling? Khalil. That's what they're saying. Asshole, I think.
Culero.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yo, what are they yelling this at me? Like, what? No, then they fought. The Mexican fans fought each other. I was like, yo, this is the best shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, word. Like, yeah, that shit
sounds like every house or like, family gathering too. Like, your family's gonna fight.
That's normal business.
I used to follow that page, Fools Going Wild. And they had the.
You used to. How come you don't know more, fool?
Come my page.
Let me check your socks. You know what? Let me check your socks, fool.
Yeah, that's what I was
sock check.
The socks, the down the sock check, bro. Come on, man.
80s got them on.
That sock check, fool.
Old man 80s got them on though. You know, old man 80s got them on. But yo, boom, I don't got no socks on right now, yo. I don't got no socks.
I got them high socks on.
Oh damn, man.
Look, I got them high socks on, son.
Usually I do have the high socks on.
Yeah, I'm sitting here barefoot Frank right now, man. It's crazy, man. I'm at the crib, man. I didn't know I was gonna have a Cora check. I didn't know I was gonna have the goddamn sock check today. My fault, man. But
I was
please
prepared.
believe it. Please believe it. They're tall. They're tall, man.
I saw the Jordans that look like the Ford F-150 Jordans.
Oh yeah,
they was all Fool Goes Wild.
Yeah, those were horrendous.
F-150 Jordans.
Yes,
what are those?
They were Ford F-150 logoed Jordans.
Yeah, fool.
What?
They were atrocious.
No, they weren't.
Oh man, was this from like
bro.
A flea market or something? Is this a real thing? What are we talking about?
It was like a special edition.
Probably
somebody made
Google I go because this is insanity, man. Y'all are.
I remember Lukey posted a picture of it, like in his story or something. Yeah,
and this was a real thing, huh?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
And that's how. Yeah, I stopped following after my page.
I feel like I'm slow. All three of y'all like, yeah, come on, bro.
My page with 8K got deleted, and I had to start over again. I still ain't following. Man, I remember when Terminology texted me. It was like, and I was like, I ain't following Terminology still. Oh shit, fuck, follow. Yeah, so like I was like, oh shit, yeah, fuck Will Smith. Got my page deleted, man. Yeah,
wait a minute, man.
What'd you write about that fool, dog? What happened?
It's what he wrote about Jada.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. I said Will Smith ain't smacking me, but he played Ali, so he might punch me and try to fuck me in the ass or some shit like that. So I ain't trying to. Next thing you know, page was gone.
Yeah,
that is true. That is what happened.
Somebody made that call. Was like
Jada went down to that.
Take it down.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, but whatever. We back here. We're here, man. Word. And do you have a title for that body bag that you can you share with us?
Man. Not yet, man. Like I said, we just named the well, you know what? We do, bro, but I low key
don't tell us.
But I'll give you a hint. It's like a spinoff of like Smile Now, Cry Later, fool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, if it was like, hey, smile now, cry later, like that whole like oldies, soul oldies, like but we like twisted it so it's more like, what the fuck was it like? Be cool now, don't trip later. Not that corny. Excuse me.
I felt something
along those lines. This shit sounded dope, but like honestly, I kind of let Body Bag formulate all that because I try to be meticulous when I do that shit, and I know he is too. So when you put two fools like that trying to name it out, I'm just like, you know what, dog, handle that shit. Let's run it. Just rock, you know what I mean? Because I believe in what he does, and I believe in the vision that he has, and I know he isn't gonna steer us in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much. But
I
yeah,
understand that.
the titles just got submitted, and I believe we're looking to do some vinyls and do some stuff like that. So yeah, man, I'm actually gonna listen to it after we hop off of here in the whippy and get a little. Yeah, but yeah, man, yeah, and then so my whole shit is I think what I'm gonna do this whole year is I'm gonna drop every month. So I'm gonna drop a project, not like a full length, at least an EP every month now, till the year ends, so I can at least give the fans that aspect, or the supporters, all that work, and give them a little bit of time to catch up. Unless they're really on my shit like that, then they're gonna get this work every month. But like if they're just now tuning in just now, they're gonna know, oh shit, he dropped the album last month. If they tuned in last month, they're like, oh, he dropped the album before that. So like, whoever tunes in now is gonna know I dropped now and I had some shit prior to, and then they're gonna know I had some shit prior to. So that's what I really want to create. I want to create that whole system of like fools tuning in now and saying, oh, look at his page. Oh, what the fuck? He dropped some shit like what, last month, a few weeks ago? Fuck. And just create that whole algorithmic, fan, because I think that's what it is now. Cause like literally, like I did that European tour, came back to a show in LA that me and the homies were like really, doing the promotion for, and there was nobody at the show, so I'm like, what the fuck? Like streaming wise has to translate into the physicality. Right. That's what's really missing too, is like a lot of the fans, they think like, oh, I stream them, I'm supporting, it's cool, but you gotta know, like, we don't really earn shit off of these streams, so I appreciate it, I love it, much love, but support the merch, support the shows, support the video streams, and just like because all that streaming shit is cool, man, but like nothing really beats the actual like somebody hitting up your page and saying, hey, I just I went to the website and I copped this, or I supported this drop, or I got this drop. So trying to create your own ecosystem, dog. I think that's what it is now, right? You got to create your own ecosystem. And one dude I would say that I really strive to be like is, I would say, Al. Al drops, he sells out. Everything is quality. He has people at the ready to buy. They know what he produced. They know what he does. They know the quality of his work. And I think that's what it is. It's like you got to give the customer quality consecutive times in order for them to become a long time, customer. So I think that's where I'm at now, is just giving the public the consistency, the quality in everything I do, from the visuals to the music to the merch to everything. So when they come to my ecosystem, they know that everything in that motherfucker is made of quality, and it has story behind it. It has some depth. It wasn't add water and mix. Like a motherfucker went out, chopped the grain.
XP, you muted.
There you go.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. You muted. You muted a little bit. Go back a little bit because you was muted.
Okay, yeah. So you have to cut the grain, get the flour out of it, add the water, add the yeast. Like that's what I strive in giving the people, man. Is just that real organic shit, man. It's just real hard work, bro. And I work a day job too, man. I'm not eating all the way off this hip hop shit, which I truly wish I was, but I gotta wake my ass up and I gotta pay my bills and do all this other shit, because obviously I'm not trying to go back to jail. I don't want to go to prison or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And if anything, I strive to let the people know, man, like if you can find alternate hustles, man, that help you out, man, with just living a normal life, that's legal. Fucking do what you got to do, man. You got to sling a hammer. You got to do shit. Do what you got to do, man. Never shy away from hard work, because I think that's what really truly, builds who you are and
absolutely
helps the character, and more appreciation to shit,
Yeah. Hey, there's no shame in it.
Before y'all go too far, bro, as far as shying away from hard work, shout out to Spotify and their CEO for reporting record revenues of $4 billion this year off of our hard work and our art. And not only that, they just cut 1,700 jobs over there. So they talking about they making all this money, but their overhead is so low. They are basically pimping people because they don't show their books to anybody. So we don't know how much they're really making off of advertising or whatever. I would bet you good money. I bet anybody good money that the cost to run Spotify versus what they earn in return,
ridiculous difference. Yeah,
it's probably magnitudes of hundreds of percentages of difference. So, but yeah, I say all that to say, yeah, it's cool to stream, everybody. And that's great. I'm going to take my couple of 47 cents, man. I got people that I owe 38 cents to. So, I'm going to make sure that I got something to give them. But I say all that to say, I'm not going to elaborate any further, Lukey. But I say all that to say, yeah, man, stream, the gift and the curse of streaming is, the gift of it is that it's available to everybody and they can get it, and it's a great exposure, and everybody can get your music at a whim with very little effort to get to it. But that's the curse of it, because it's the microwave version of food. It's the add water, like you said, it's the add water shit. Yeah. Because now they feel like there's no effort that went into anybody making this product that's out here. I can get it whenever. It doesn't matter.
It takes me back to, like I said, when I was in like the holding cell, right? Like you have a murderer there with a dude that loves to fucking, save life. And he's like, whatever. You got complete opposites in the same cell. Yeah. There's no like you can't see any difference in between them because it's all in one place, and I think oversaturation is like, it's hard to have that voice and know that, this fool deserves this, that, and I think that's what it is. They got us all in the barnyard, just fucking trolling around and just, pick and choose game. It's all algorithmic. It's all about how much you spend on Spotify marquee, on how much people are able to see it, and how much they're gonna allow people to see it and listen to it in the out. Like, so we're up against shit that no artist was really up against in
absolutely any point not. In time. No, there's no precedent to this. There's no precedent to this, and it's just like I said again. The companies that are doing this, the streaming providers, they're putting it out. They're doing quote unquote, they're doing us a favor, right? They're giving us the opportunity to have a platform to put out our music, right? And you want to put out music, right? You want to be an artist, right? You want to do your thing, right? You want to make it easy for your people to find you, right? Just do this. Yeah, but shouldn't I be getting paid more? Like, what if I had my, no. Don't worry about that. It's really inconsequential. But yeah, right. But that's business talk for they're fucking you. So,
I think that's why you should sell the records, and then once all the records are sold, you meet a certain quota of
then you
records
put it on streaming.
Then you put it on streaming services, and then you get that sneaker money. You know what I'm saying? Or
no, that's
I don't know.
That's a great
Burger
strategy.
King money. You know what I'm saying? I don't
that's
think
a great strategy.
We should put it on there until after we that's what Rock does. Czarface.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
You was talking about that. Y'all was talking about that deck verse. Yeah, that didn't make it on the Pac shit.
Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I try to take the route that Rock did with releasing that shit on my site, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm independent. I don't have legalities in line for if like somebody's to snatch it and upload it and like get hit with it, So he has that shit. Obviously he is who he is, because once you get to that certain point, you're gonna be able to allocate a budget for motherfuckers to hunt down and hawk down your shit so I've done that, and it turned around and it bit me in the ass, because as much as I thought people were truly supporting what I do, they took the opportunity to get it off of my site before it dropped everywhere and upload it to their YouTube and put it on their channel before it even dropped.
I'm not talking about selling the MP3s. I'm talking about selling the vinyl, the tape, and the CD.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
No MP3. Fuck that shit. Sell the physicals.
Well, sell the MP3s, but there again, like streaming, don't make those available until after you've sold your physicals.
Yeah, but what you did, people do that a lot. Cause I've seen that.
Do you
plenty
think
of times.
that even then that you'll get a nut job that will purchase your shit and hard, hard or like, I mean, I know there's ways of like, manipulating it to where you're like, all right, well, I'm going to release it. You could buy it, but I'm not going to ship it out till maybe, it drops.
Yes.
So I know there's ways to manipulate it, but usually what happens is like how shit gets leaked out. Like, as I know, is like, I shoot my shit out to like the DJs and certain fools before it drops, maybe like a week or 2 weeks before. So they can have it up on the playlist. People can hear, oh shit, what song is that? Then I drop it. Oh, it's off this new shit. So then it kind of like gives it a little bit of life.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man, I think there's hella ways, bro, of releasing shit, and I'm not going to say any way's the right way, because what works for me may not work for you, works for him, may not work for me, but I've tried certain ways along the board, and I say the best way to actually sell shit is by the physicality of it, like you said, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the digital shit's cool, people can, listen to the digital or, stream it, whatever, but I feel like the physicality of like opening up a CD, reading the thank you notes, seeing pictures.
Yeah, I heard you talk about it. Yeah. It gave me chills when you talk about that, because I forgot. Sam Goody's, what you say, Blockbuster Music or whatever. It made, all that good shit, man. Just touching the shit. Waiting in line. How many of y'all waiting in line?
Yeah.
For CDs at midnight.
Tuesday night at midnight.
Yeah. Waiting in line. I waited in line for I Am. I think that's the last CD I ever waited in line for was I Am. Yeah. I was like, 98? 99? Something like that. People jam, I don't know, man.
What? Sam Goody when it closed?
Tonight? No, I'm talking about when I Am for Nas came out.
98, right? Yeah.
You hate me? Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker,
I love
die.
Hate Me Now. Sure. Yeah. Hate Me Now is that 98? No, that was 98, 99. No Diddy. No, we ain't diddling. I don't get down with no diddling. But but hey,
Aaliyah was on that album. Dr. Not Boop was on there.
Yeah, I hated those songs. Those are all skips. Those are hard.
I got no time. Then DMX said, I got no time for games because I'm all grown up. Some you laugh, you get blown up.
Yeah, life is what you make it. Oh yeah, life is what you make it. That's one of them ones, man.
You waiting in line for CDs? XP, you waiting in line for CDs?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dog. I remember I used to go into the warehouse music and
I worked at the warehouse.
Yeah.
Fire, bro. That shit was so fire. That shit was like a big ass warehouse of music. It was warehouse fucking music, bro.
That feeling is unmatched, man. Going in places like that, man.
I was, and obviously, like, at the time when you're under 18, you have to have an adult cop the shit. You couldn't just listen to music like now. Like, I like that song, and like you got young ass little girls listening, like, I'm a pop my, like, there was like steps you had to take to listen to your favorite song, bro. You know, like, so. Walking up into warehouse music, had a cop that All Eyes on Me, the double tape, had my ad with me. And bro, I remember being so hyped that I was at the register. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like talking to my aunt, right? And I think she's behind me. And I'm like, da-da-da. And I turn around, like, and it's some random ass boy. He's like, oh, that's so cool, man. You know about this? I'm like, yeah. Like, I was just so hyped that I'm thinking like my aunt's behind. I'm like, yeah, this shit has this, that. Then I'm like, and it's like some dude. He's like, oh shit, all right, that's what's up, man. I was young, bro.
All eyes on me,
like 8, 9 years old, some shit like that. 10 years old, some shit. But yeah, man.
Yeah, we was youngsters, man, out there. Yeah, Wu-Tang dropped. It was 93. I really wanted to have that tape. Gave money to my homie Matt Evans to buy it for me. You know what I'm saying? Word. So you're right. There was steps to take to listen to music. Nowadays it's just then rich hands on your knees for like 4-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Yeah, that's rich baby daddy, right? By 60 Red and Drake? I don't know. Anyway.
I don't listen to that type of music, man. So I don't know. You know more than me.
He's like, I don't know.
You know more than me.
Hey, yo, I was dating a girl, and she said that her daughter liked that song. I'm like, why the fuck she like that song? She said it because it sounds like head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That's why.
Oh, wow.
I'm like,
see,
so I'm like,
that's the trick knowledge. That's how they play the game.
I was like, my daughter don't know what that is. She'll never know what that is. But she will do some some boom, boom, booms. But she don't like rap music. You know what I'm saying? She don't. She hates rap music. I'm happy. Yeah, she only 3. Anyway, I'm definitely happy with that, man. I'll turn on some rap instrumentals. She'll be like again. But rap, she don't like it.
Well, she has. She's like, that's just noise to my ears.
Yeah, it's the tone. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's the tone. They don't like it. Kids don't like it.
She'll start singing her own songs until I put on some singing or some instrumentals.
She's like, shit, I ain't about to hear no shit.
Nah, let me brainwash myself. Yeah. I don't want to hear it.
She got her hair like this. Hey, Dad, you better change this shit.
I'm like, yo, JC, this is Daniel's son. You don't like Daniel's son? The fuck is wrong with you? Are you my kid or not? Man, we gotta get this DNA test. I'm joking. I already got it. Anyway, Carl. Carl, what you got, bro?
So I know we've been on for a minute, but one of the things that I love about this podcast is that we get to really kind of meet artists and show artists for who they are. And you have this energy about you that is so pure.
Yeah.
And you know, if you ever wonder why great people like, you know, your video people and your tour manager and people in Europe that are offering up couches and weed, if you ever wonder why those people are there, it's because you're a magnet for those people.
Thank you, man.
And you know, to be a top level MC, it's amazing. To be a top level MC that handles his business and really pushes himself to go further, incredible. None of that is overshadowed by who you are as a person. And that to me is why I was really happy that you came out and hung out with us today.
Real shit, man.
Carl, that's words that I fucking, you know,
fire, Carl.
You know, because I truly do hold this art form, man, as like, you know, the shit that helped me through the mud, man, and you know, I really take the pride and the necessary steps to make sure that the people that are truly tuned in know that like, you know, from the essence of who I am, that I'm doing my best, bro. You know, like,
you have a reverence for it.
You know, so it's like, so you know, I feel like to be acknowledged and you know, people to say, hey, man, like, fucking hats off to you, man. Like, honestly, man, if I could leave hip hop with just that, dog, I'm straight. You know what I mean? Like, the money's cool, yeah, of course, but dog, I could work. I do this shit because I feel like I have to tell my story. I have to tell my mom's. I gotta tell, you know, my grandmother's. Like, I have to culminate what I went through and make it an inspirational story, because I feel like, you know, my whole lineage, all we've ever felt was just this like turmoil and fucking pain and loss and fucking always lacking in, you know, something. So I feel like there is a conviction within my heart that I feel like before my curtain call, you know, is on the last call, I feel like everybody will get to know who I am through my music. And just, you know, like I said, like, you know, maybe it won't be this album, maybe it won't be the next, maybe it won't be this song, maybe it won't be this interview, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when I do these things and I do see the culmination of my hard work and like your words, you know what I'm saying? That shit, you know, it's you know, that shit, you know, inspires me too, man, because I do this shit because I'm inspired. But when I hear somebody say that I inspire them, it's just like an evolving door, dog. It's like this shit comes all full circle, dog. And I think that's what hip hop has truly done within my life is it's shown me that there's a way out, and that there's individuals that are in fit with me too. And we could all aim at the target and shoot, and we could all be
marksman shit.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, dog. Like, I really appreciate those words, dog. Like real talk, man, because you know, like there's not a lot of people out here, man, that you know will take the time, man, to tell you shit like that, man. So yeah, dog, like I appreciate that, man. And I'm as an artist, I'm gonna continue to give the supporters and everybody who's in there with me on this shit that you know, I'm gonna give them that work, dog. Like it's always gonna be the best because I sit, you know, I focus, I lock in, and I'm always gonna give you guys my best, man. And that's all I can do, man. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that, man. We got more music pumping out all year, dog. So wherever that shit came from, you know what I mean?
Album a month, man.
That's right.
Primo,
how we doing?
Primo
That's
Jack.
how we rocking, man.
Oh shit, Primo Jack, what we got, bro? What we got, Primo?
Yo, I mean, I just gotta thank you for being here, man. Thanks for taking some time to kick it with us. And
Shit.
yeah, I mean, Carl spit you. He hit the most eloquent wrap up I think I've heard in a long time. But you know, it's all
love,
true
Carl.
and it's all honest. That's why it was so easy for him to say it, I think. But yeah, man, you're part of this brotherhood, man. You've paid your dues. You deep down in the mix, man. You are in the algorithm. You've been out here working your plan. You're as authentic as it gets as far as an MC, you know, as far as being skilled and being focused on being in control of, like you said, being in control of your destiny. You spoke about destiny earlier. There's different types of everybody's destiny ain't the same, man. And you're like you said, like you just were saying, man, like you're taking control of it, man. The memory that you're gonna leave and the legacy, the lineage that is gonna spring from you is definitely gonna be bona fide and certified in a whole different world, and it's gonna go around this world. Is going to be certified because they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you know, look at these volumes here, this work of this dude that was out here putting in this relentless grind. And I mean, I got to say, like, you know, originally, I think I heard of you with the Rashid Chappelle joint, right? But then
that's hot.
After that, you know, I was like, okay, yeah, that's what's up. You know, dude spitting. Then after that, I heard about you from Flea. Then after that, I heard about you from Funk. You know what I mean? And it was just all these people were talking about, oh yeah, this dude XP. Oh yeah, he get busy. He get busy. And you know, like that's all it was. And you know, every time I hear, I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Yeah, buddy, crazy. I swear, I thought you were like a Puerto Rican from New York, right?
Yeah,
something like that. But then
yeah.
that's what I thought at first. But then it found, like I said, I started listening more, and it was like, again, it was revealed. I was like, yo, this dude a pure Chicano ass Mexican from LA. Like he's for real, but he just on some, like on some hip hop shit. Like he a spitter, he a raw MC. And you know, I don't want to take away or put the misconception on the West Coast in general or the West Coast sound. But I feel like, and I've said it before, I think as far as just this hip hop culture, this authentic boom bap sound, you can be from anywhere, but if you have that sound, if you have that authenticness to you, you're going to be instantly recognized. And that's you. Like I said, you're a dude from LA, but the way you spit, the way you put together everything, you definitely giving it from that perspective of the LA person. But like I said, man, you pay too much attention to being skillful and raw and dope instead of just you know, casually melodic and in the sunshine. You're like, yeah, that's cool and all, but check this out. And I appreciate you for that, man. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Man. We you know, big fans. Everybody's fans of you, man. You know, we all can't wait to hear this Body Bag Ben joint,
bro. You know what I'm saying? We actually got to get some shit in.
I would love to hear that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Say less.
Jab XP.
Bless already said. Bless already told me some things, so I already didn't know, man. God bless. Yeah.
Oh
you know
shit!
I already heard.
So shout out, God bless me.
The diabolical himself. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Bless
It's gonna be a good year.
Slimy joints.
It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah. I don't know what filter he puts on them beats, but I said it's a phlegm that he puts over the beats.
He pushes it. He's driving it.
Yeah.
XP sound good on them beats too.
Yeah.
If you ain't hearing, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, that's from, well, you know. Shout out
Yo.
Funk P. Shout out
Shout out-
Fleetwood, you know.
Yo,
Primo
shout out
Jam,
to
how are you not letting us
Sunset.
hear this? What is up?
I didn't say I heard anything. I just said I heard some things, bro. Man, come on, man. Anyway.
And shout out to God Bless. I don't think I'll ever
God
play
bless,
in basketball ever again. I think it's over with because I made him bleed his own blood in basketball. Yeah. Yeah, that's my guy though, man. I'm sorry, Bless. Yeah, shout out to all the niggas out there over 6 feet that still can't beat me in basketball.
He'd probably be fine with it if you didn't keep mentioning it all the time.
If you didn't keep bringing it up, right? Exactly.
Yo, man, a win is a win. I beat both of y'all niggas. Anyway,
Wow, Lukey. But yeah. Appreciate you, XP, man. You know, keep doing what you're doing, man. Salute, man. That's all I got.
So, boom, this God Bless XP album is gonna be filthy. Holy shit! You got a big year. You got a big year, yo. And it's always that you good. You bet on yourself, like Otani. You know what I'm saying? I know I had to throw that shot in there.
Oh shit!
You know
Yikes!
The Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Cardinals fan.
Otani ain't bet on himself. Didn't his trainer or his translator bet on him?
Sure.
I don't know too much about it, but you know, like when shit like that happens, I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think, you know, I like to watch the sports in the flesh more than like watching it on TV.
Oh, definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
My shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. True indeed.
So, but yeah,
true indeed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I actually was out there. I caught a Yankee game while I was out there and shit, man. And that's a whole other vibe from a Dodger game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you know, I love that shit. That shit is lovely, man.
Niggas is mad negative up there, huh?
Yeah, we're like, get the fuck out of here.
Word. Hey, yo, I'm not used to shit like that because
that's it.
I'm from
look at this fucking cornball over here.
Hey, this fucking guy.
Yeah. Yo, I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan till I die. And we don't ever get down on our team, really. We always like mad positive. We be down like 5-1. And we still think we're gonna come back.
Everybody don't leave the stadium. They stay watching that shit.
Yeah, and we stand up for the last pitch. Nigga strikes out, then everybody goes home. But it's not like that other places.
Out, bro. They out.
They did. I'm gonna get to the parking lot.
Down like about one. They're like, oh, we out.
Yeah. Falcons fans. Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, but yeah, watch out for the World Cup rap tour. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to make that happen.
That sounds
so shit together. Yeah.
World Cup rap tour. That's what we're going to call it. Yo, I got to hit up cousin Feo, man. Check it out. I believe he's Ecuadorian. I think he's Ecuadorian. Feo? I'm fucking up my bad, bro. So, boom, we have he fuck with the LA Galaxy. This would be a great show. You know what I'm saying? Word.
I fuck with everybody that you mentioned too, man. You know what I'm saying?
What up?
I think that too, like, you know, there is like a unbeknownst brotherhood of like Latino artists like coming out, like Ito, you know, Lee, you know, myself, like, so yeah, SD Nax. So there's like an influx of like, but there's like this unbeknownst brotherhood too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got love, man, out to all the Latino cats from all regions, because, you know, it is a little harder, man, you know, to shoot, because it's like you got to be, you know, accepted from the originators, but you also have to be accepted by your own people too, man. So to really carve your own niche and carve it. And
you're right. Yeah,
it's just like pun, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just like on some pun shit, man. You know, you really gotta do some abnormal type shit to really be considered a Latino hip hop like artist.
Hey, yo,
man, you know?
low key. The niggas will love you more than your own people sometimes. Whatever, expect. Yeah,
that's
if you
look
at it,
bro.
Wild Style honestly, and shit. Yeah, Wild Style. Like Puerto Rico, the Latinos was with us.
No, yeah, but that's but that's East Coast. But like that's the thing, like
East Coast, West Coast, is
definitely.
Yeah,
Latino shit is like different, man. Like out here, there's a lot of
that's what I was talking about before.
And shit like that. Like all the jails and shit are like, you know, the
gangs.
It's just there's a lot of like this, you know what I mean? A lot of this happening, but I feel like even that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, coming up Mexican, living here and not speaking too much Spanish and shit like that, like hip hop is my language. Like I was able to travel the world, bro, and just do that. And people were able, like, and it's crazy because living here, being a Mexican, America, they don't want to fuck with you, regardless if you were born here or not. And you're Mexican, it's just already there, like, oh, you're Mexican. And then the Mexicans see you as higher than the regular Mexican, so they're not fucking with you. Yeah. So in a place to live in America, as a Mexican and American, hip hop has became my safe haven, and hip hop has became my identity and my language and my culture. So this like, I know I'm Mexican, but my people don't want me, and the place I'm from doesn't want me. So hip hop took me in, homie. Hip hop's me. Hip hop is my culture. I'm able to speak it well. I'm able to travel the world with it and teach others about it. And so, like, yeah, bro, like hip hop has truly became who I am, you know, because my identity coming into the world was already defined. You know what I'm saying? Just by where I was living, just by the demographic of where I was at, I was already, you know, defined. Like, and just the history of, you know, my, you know, family and lineage of the LA street gang culture. Like, my shit was already set, bro. I was meant to be a part of the gang, meant to, you know, and I still say this too, like, all the energy that I put into hip hop, if I would have put that shit towards, you know, some gangbang, bro, I would have been crazy ass gangbanging ass. I would have been probably not even around no more. I would have probably done shot mad fool, but put my name out there, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the energy I carry, though. You know what I mean? So to have that energy and was able to hone it into something else, hip hop, you know, that shit became my savior, dog. Like, that shit saved my motherfucker, dog.
That's that
real
shit.
Talk. Awesome. Yeah.
Real talk.
Before we hop off here, what episode number is this?
141.
141. It's a palindrome. You read it forwards and backwards. 141. Anyway, boom. Before we get out of here, a lot of times, if you look at the world and how it is, our culture is how the world should be. We have white people, we have Latinos, Africans, or all these Jamaicans, all these motherfuckers. We had a Brazilian on last week. You know what I'm saying? Of all, we gotta get him on the World Cup rap tour.
Yep.
Reco Sama.
There it is, fool. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Brazilian.
Everybody from every country. Fool.
Yeah. And all the good countries in soccer. Anyway, I'm fucking with you. Anyway, our country, our lane. I'm sorry, Carl. Anyway, but Kim is good though. They'll make it. Anyway, boom. Our culture is how the world should be. We get along with everybody, and we only know two things: dope and whack. And sometimes we embrace the whack motherfuckers because they're dope as well. You know what I'm saying? Not like dope as far as rapping. They dope because
they got guts. They got guts.
There you go. Yeah. I remember your man on CTC talked about how rappers need to quit and go do HVAC, and I was mad, so I reposted him and said, don't tell you motherfuckers to quit, because I think whack motherfuckers make other motherfuckers sound
good. Honestly, without the point. How would you know this shit is dope? That's dope, true.
Yeah.
That's
real. And
that shit cool gotta have a balance, man.
Yeah. You got to. You got like, don't let them. I said, don't let nobody. Don't let nobody take your dream. Like, go in there, get in the booth and spit those horrible bars, Miles Roulette. Yeah. Word. So we can make fun of you, and then you can like pay me $800 for a skit.
I can't front, bro. I cannot front, but like for some reason, my homies will, share with me some shit that, it's just like some fool trying to rap, and like, this shit's California, we get our chuckles. But what happens is once I watch that shit, my whole feed for the whole day is nothing but that shit, like fools trying to rap. And I'll be there like, God damn, why'd I watch this fucking video?
What's in my head?
All this whack ass shit. But, to each their own, and I give anybody credit that has the nuts and guts to put their art out there and let people fucking, art is subjective, so whatever,
but some
put
shit's
out there,
whack though, bro.
I mean, some shit's fucking whack as hell, but...
Would y'all fuck Whoopi Goldberg? Not the young Whoopi Goldberg, the one with no eyebrows.
What?
I'm just saying. No, I mean, rap is subjective.
What?
Like, okay. I treat rap like women. Somebody would fuck her, but I'm not fucking her, yo. I'm not. I'm just not doing it.
I dare you to find somebody who would.
That was a poor choice of a question, man. I mean,
Raven-Symoné is my go-to. Raven-Symoné is my go-to.
You had to use a different one.
That would have made more sense. That was a welcome offering.
That's so welcome. That's so Raven. That's so Raven. I'm smashing that with no rubber. After that, I'm going to be like, Happy Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Word.
As long as it's not Cosby Raven, then you're okay.
Yo, that's messed up.
Man.
That's Drake. That's Drake. Anyway, it's been a great episode. It's been great talking to you, XP.
Hey, man, pleasure, man. Pleasure, brother.
There's a lot of other stuff. The man beatboxes and all type of shit, man. This shit is wild, yo. This shit is wild, man. This shit, yeah. XP, thank you for coming on here. You got a time difference and all that
y'all,
shit.
Man.
It's dark as fuck outside right now. You got light where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
man, my brothers, man. The Abyss.
Word.
Yo, man, much love. Like I said, man, more music coming, man. We gonna get some shit in, and anytime you need me, man, just holler, man. I'm hopping on it. Anytime, I know homies out here already, but anytime you fools come out the West, just holler at me, man. We got, you know what I mean? Holler at me.
Sir.
I gotta get out there. I gotta holler at Boo Boo too, man. That's my guy right there. I like Boo Boo.
And you know the same.
Boo-Boo's
if you're in the
coming.
A, if you ever come out to Atlanta, just let us know. We got you.
He in North Carolina. He take his shirt off.
Now.
Yeah. No, he live in North Carolina.
Okay.
He takes his shirt off and puts it around his arm and twirls like a helicopter.
Yeah.
Circle, Little John. Well, we see our motherfuckers next week. 141, XP, Primo Jab, Carl, and me. And remember, girls can't get pregnant through the mouth. See y'all next week.